What's up, guys? It's Casiecasem, and I was just curious to see if anybody has ever been through that moment in their life where they're like, I really wish that I could see my life a week from now, or 1 year from now, or 10 years from now. Like, what's next? What's the next move? Am I going to survive this? Or you wish that you could talk to a psychic or somebody of, I guess, a more adult stature to get guidance from. I really wish that my mom were here tonight. Like, tonight was hard. Tonight is a little hard. Personal story short, I have a couple of weeks to make a decision, and I'm at that point where my second book is written. I just need to finish reading it and then let somebody else read it and send it off for edits. It's written, I just have to sit down and finish it. And I'm constantly doing a whole lot of stuff with Change the Face of Depression. That's moving along, and we have been sponsored for the convention, which is going to be February 10th, 2019. Look at me go. I am doing amazing. I am not going to go backwards. And at the end of the day, I'm going to do whatever it is to survive. Not a problem. I will stay afloat. But with that being said, I had a moment of fear. And fear of change, and fear of the unknown, and fear of not being successful, overwhelmedness, all of the above. All of it. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, it's late. I don't have anybody to call right now that would be a female adultier adult at this time, to have a wisdom conversation for them to tell me what to do. That moment where you're just kind of like, all right, well, I'm the adultier adult here. I have to make this work. And then I was like, I'm just going to read a chapter. And then I was like, I'm just going to record reading the chapter because I need to continue to climb this mountain that I know that is my purpose and I'm made for. So no matter what, I can always make money. Money grows on trees. It's paper. I can make money. But I need to follow my purpose. And I know that I'm not made to sit behind a cubicle all day. That's not my purpose. That's not what I'm made for. I'm not sure exactly what my purpose is. I'm not sure exactly what my title is because I do so many things. But I know that I'm not going to go backwards. And I know that this is climbing Mount Everest in my flip-flops. And I can't see where the top is, but from where I'm standing, I can't see the bottom either. And I know how far I've come, and I'm not going to go backwards. So, with that being said, I opened my book and I was like, this is the most female, motherly, adultier adult wisdom that I have right now. So, let's just see kind of what sticks out. And I've been doing chapters out of sequence the entire time. So, I honestly just opened it up and I saw the divine design. So that's the chapter that we're going to read tonight. It's not numbered a chapter. It's part of Your Word is Your Wand for women. I have the complete writings of Florence, Scovel, Shinn for women, which this is applicable to everybody. This is just kind of made into a more, they just put woman and female in place of person to make it more identifiable, I guess. Whatever. It is an incredible book of just relatable wisdom that kind of tells you the golden rule and how to get back on the interstate when you get lost. And I read the first 2 sentences to see, all right, well, because there were other things that stood out, like some examples: success, guidance, and that was the one that stood out to me, was the divine design. We're going to read this tonight because this is what I feel like we need to read. So here we go. So on a woman's pathway, there is always a divine selection. Each day she must live according to the divine plan or have unhappy reactions. For example, a woman moved into a new apartment that she had almost furnished, when the thought came to her, on that side of the room should stand a Chinese cabinet. Not long after, she was walking by an antique shop. She glanced in, and there stood a magnificent Chinese cabinet, about 8 feet high, elaborately carved. She entered and asked the price. The salesman said it was worth $1,000, but the woman who owned it was still willing to take less. The man added, "What will you offer for it?" The woman paused, and the price, $200, came into her mind, so she answered, $200. The man said he would let her know if the offer was satisfactory. She did not want to cheat anyone or get anything that was not rightfully hers. So while going home, she said repeatedly, "If it's mine, I cannot lose it. If it isn't mine, I do not want it." It was a snowy day, and she said she emphasized her words by kicking the snow from right to left, clearing a pathway to her apartment. Several days had elapsed, and she was notified that the woman was willing to sell the cabinet for $200. There is a supply for every demand, from Chinese cabinets to millions of dollars. Before ye call, I shall answer. But unless it is thy divinely selected cabinet or millions, they will never bring happiness. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. That's Psalms 127:1. The Divine Design Affirmations. I let go of everything not divinely designed for me, and the perfect plan of my life now comes to pass. What is mine by divine right can never be taken from me. God's perfect plan for me is built upon a rock. I follow the magic path of intuition and find myself in my promised land under grace. My mind, body, and affairs are now molded according to the divine pattern within. God is the only power, and that power is within me. There is only one plan, God's plan, and that plan now comes to pass. I give thanks that I now bring forth from the universe substance everything that satisfies all the righteous desires of my heart. The divine design of my life now comes to pass. I now fill the place that I can fill, that no one else can fill. I now do the things that I can do, that no one else can do. I am fully equipped for the divine plan of my life. I am more than equal to the situation. All doors now open for happy surprises, and the divine plan of my life is speeded up under grace. So that was the divine design, and I feel like I never thought I was going to be a cat person ever. He's like a child, my son. I know tonight was a little bit of a different style of a read, but I really needed to hear that, and I'm happy that that was the one that stuck out in my mind. I feel like my affirmation that I have written on my mirror, that I kind of utilize the absolute most, is, if it's mine, I cannot lose it, and if it's not mine, I don't want it. That gets me through. So Anyways, with that being said, those are some really beautiful affirmations. I encourage you guys to say them out loud because it actually gives a slide of peace, honestly. You know, look at me go. Like, I didn't come this far to only come this far. I didn't. You know, this is not it. There is definitely life beyond this point. 1 year from today, none of this is going to matter. Not one bit. None of this is going to matter. And I'm full of success. This is, you know, he loves me. Look. Oh. I didn't ever think I was going to like a cat. Ever. Yep. If it's mine, I cannot lose it. If it's not mine, I don't want it. I did not come this far to only come this far. I didn't. Nope. We are climbing Mount Everest, literally one single step at a time. One. In our flip-flops. And we're in there. We're in a crevice. Our feet are planted solid. Right there. There's a rope. And we still have a long way to go. I can't see the top from here. It's too far up still. But we're going to make it because as long as we keep climbing, we're going to get there eventually. It doesn't matter how slow you go as long as you never stop. So, oh man, I love you guys. I hope that helped. I feel better. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope that you enjoyed those affirmations just as much as I did. So, until next time, bye.